Thank God that I was able to live through that situation. That's for sure.
A Jack in the Box security footage shows the moments a fast food employee allegedly opened fire on a drive-thru customer, all because of curly fries. We hear the full story from Anthony Ramos, the man who was on the receiving end of an employee's bullets. Welcome to After Hours, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Sam Goldberg. Today, we're in Houston, Texas. It was a Wednesday just after midnight in 2021. 35-year-old Anthony Ramos took his family to get their favorite type of French fry.
One of the only things that were open, in a place that I really enjoyed eating, was a Jack in the Box. I told her about the French fries and all the stuff, the tacos. I really like the tacos.
The employee who greets Ramos and his family is Alonia Fantasia Ford. When Ramos received his order, he was allegedly given normal fries, not the curly fries he had ordered. Ramos's attorney, Anthony Callanan, points out regular fries and curly fries are hardly the same thing.
If you've ever been to Jack in the Box, there is a big difference in taste. And a lot of people like the curly fries. It's one of their signature, dishes. Hey, you can get curly fries and they're spiced in a special way.
Ramos then explained he requested the Jack in the Box employee to correct his order.
That's not what I ordered. Can you swap them? She was just like, no, I'm not having it today. It's not, And it's like, listen, I'll pay for it. Like, I don't, it doesn't bug me. No, you can't do that already.
And she said no and wouldn't give him the curly fries, which I found to be weird. Like most people would just say, okay, y'all, let me get you the curly fries.
Ramos has now been at the drive-thru window for over 10 minutes. That's when things start to get ugly.
She threw ketchup packets at me, ice at me. So I ended up throwing my food back at her, just out of pure instinct. And when I did that, she turned around, she grabbed the gun and fired at me.
Ford then decides to pull out a gun and allegedly open fire on Ramos and his family.
Adrenaline was running really high. Fear, adrenaline. And first thing I did, as soon as I saw it, because she kind of reached in for it, you know what I'm saying? And when she turned around is when I kind of saw the gun. So it gave me enough time to put the car in drive. But if you kind of notice, the gun jams the first time she tries to get me. And you see her kind of cock it back again, and that's when she fired off the next round. My initial reaction was get out of there as fast as I could. My adrenaline was running so high, and the fear. My daughter was in the back seat. As soon as I saw it, I just wanted to get out of there as fast as I could so that she didn't hit my daughter. She didn't hit that back glass firing at me.
Ramos thinks he was on the unfortunate end of Ford's bad day.
I from the beginning, you could tell she was just frustrated. It looked like she just didn't want to be there. She wasn't having a good day. And I just got the short end of the stick on it, I understand everybody has bad days, but that doesn't mean when you're dealing with customer service, in my opinion, just because you're having a bad day, that doesn't mean you get to take it out on the people you're serving.
Both Ramos and his attorney note that prior to working at the Jack in the Box, Ford pleaded guilty to making a terroristic threat in 2012. A background check, Ramos claims, would have flagged that.
To do background checks on people, and because I'm all for people having a job, but if they have a criminal background, point blank, don't put them with the customers.
Now, more than 2 years later, Ramos and his attorney have filed a lawsuit against Jack in the Box, claiming the store should have done a better job of keeping its customers safe.
It's hard for her to say, I was scared, when she's the aggressor coming forward with the gun, throwing things, and to think that she was the person who's afraid would be ridiculous because our clients are, in their car outside, but she's the one coming forward when she didn't have to do that at all. She could have just stayed in the back and, got out of the situation. But she came forward aggressively, opened the window after it was locked, and started shooting.
At the time of this recording, Jack in the Box has denied all allegations, claiming they have no control over third parties and can't be held legally responsible. For the 2021 Curly Fries incident, Ford was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, but pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of deadly conduct. Ford also spoke with a local Texas news station saying Ramos called her racial slurs, which Ramos denies. Ford also claims she never actually fired the gun, although a shell appears to be visible in the security footage. According to the lawsuit, Ramos is seeking at least $250,000 in damages. He says this has had a big impact on his family, especially his 6-year-old daughter.
Oh, she was bawling, crying. We had to send her to therapy for it. Just to get over the trauma about it.
Ramos explained the entire ordeal has changed the way he consumes fast food.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We don't go through drive-thrus anymore. Me and my family, we get down and get something to eat. That's how much of a I never want it to happen again. So I don't even put myself in a position. I get down and order my food.
For Law and Crime After Hours, I'm Sam Goldberg.